welcome back to Stone Cottage Studios. I'm really excited to have Radio Ranch in today for an artist session. How are y'all doing?
Great.
So good.
Really good.
You know, one of the questions that I always like to ask artists that come in here is really just kind of about the process of songwriting for you guys. Is there one person in the band that does most of the songwriting and then it kind of gets built around that, or is it more of a collaborative process?
Well, they're looking at me.
Starts
so
over there.
It's kind of the two of us bounce a lot of stuff off of each other. I've always had a really hard time co-writing, actually. And when we went to do our first album, I was in Denver during COVID and spent a lot of time playing music. And, I grew up playing music in a classical conservatory in Tulsa. And I moved to Nashville when I was 18. And then after that, I kind of stopped playing music for years until I was 20. When we met, I was 26, something like that. And COVID hit, and I, for some reason, was going through a lot of stuff, as was everyone during COVID, and I picked up a guitar and ended up writing just a lot. And it was my goal that year. I was like, I'm going to write 50 songs, and even if they're trash, I'm going to write 50 songs. That's my goal. And the first album kind of came from that, but a lot of those songs we wrote together on the road. Mm-hmm. We went on progressively longer and longer road trips, and so a lot of those from that album were written on a trip down the West Coast together. And
it usually starts out, we'll be in a situation where someone will say something and the other person will be like, hey, that's a song. And eventually we get around to writing it.
That first album is very story-based, too. Like, if you listen to it from start to finish, it definitely tells our story for the first year.
Not in order.
Not
it's
in
like
order
a puzzle.
necessarily.
So if you know us, you could rearrange the pieces.
And it's not too hard to put together what
Yeah.
was going on, but yeah. And then once Johnny became a part of this project, it became, I've always written lyrically kind of focused, and a lot of the newer songs have become more riff based thanks to him, and which has been a really cool process for us. The lyrics have grown out of a lot of riffs since, so it's been cool. But
I love that. I feel like I resonate with that as well. I mean, like the times that I've tried to lyrically co-write with people, sometimes I like it's almost, when I write, it's just so personal, right? It's just kind of just coming from a space like that. But then to be able to take it to your bandmates and grow upon it and like create the energy of it, right? Like kind of like in the riffs and in these things, in the songs that we're doing the interview after we played the show tonight. So I'm trying to keep it as the intro, but I loved that part of the set. It was really, really good.
Oh.
Thank you. And we got to give Johnny a lot of credit. Johnny is a phenomenal writer in his own...
He really is.
In his own right. So we are excited to incorporate more of his original work as well. We just, that'll be this winter. Coming this winter.
Yeah, coming this winter. Very fun. So how did the band come together? I think you briefly told us how you guys met.
Yeah, we actually met through climbing, which is weird. I was working as a photographer and such out in the Sierra, doing a lot of outdoor industry video and photo work, and she was a mountain athletics trainer, and I ended up in her suggested feed, which is really funny, which is really quirky and weird, and so we slowly started to realize, oh, you climb, oh, you play music, and she came on a ski trip, and kind of just from there
we just found that we wrote really well together. We were both kind of looking to collaborate. I had a project in Portland, and this just kind of flowed really naturally, and I don't know, we started like by just tossing our own songs back and forth, not really trying to write together necessarily.
Yeah.
And then out of that, we were like,
our first writing session, though, was a FaceTime writing session, which was really difficult, really hard.
There's like the delay.
We ended up just drinking whiskey for 8 hours. Yeah. That was the first time I'd really ever talked to her. It was, which is what I like to do in songwriting, anyways. You know. Sure.
Yeah. So there's that, and let's fast forward a few months, a year and a half, and Johnny landed in our laps out of Hawaii, of all places.
You were in Hawaii, Johnny?
Yeah. I was in Hawaii. I lived out there for about 12 years or so. And that was after a previous band. And I thought I was going to go and be an island boy from here on out. But music always calls you back, or it did me. And got
really
restless.
Cool way, too.
Yeah, I mean,
I love envisioning you on like the beach in Hawaii. I don't know.
It was great for a long time, but you can only go to the beach so many days, man. And so I started dinking around again. I actually was gifted by the universe a 70s Ludwig. My son's friend Hunter, ironically, found a drum set sitting in the sun on the sidewalk with a sign that said "free" on it. And so he texted my son Zach and said, "Would you guys be interested in this drum set?" And he brought it over in the truck. I saw it immediately. I was like, "Bring it in." It was rusty. It was dirty. We came in, we refurbished it, and that's the set I'm playing on now. I didn't bring it in because we had this beautiful thing, this 64 Gretsch, which is beautiful. So anyway, I came to Hawaii. I got restless. We have a mutual friend, and I think he was secretly telling both of us, "Hey, you guys got to meet." He kept telling me, "You got to meet Rhett and Camille." And so I was wanting to play music again, and got pulled to Whitefish, Montana. And we hit it off right away, and we played a show together. They showed me about 30 songs. I think we did.
I don't know how we did it to this day.
A 3-hour set with maybe
like
two rehearsals. And
wow.
So right into the fire. But
we still do that to him.
so it's just been a blast, and just to be playing again. And the first thing I look for if I'm going to play music with anybody is the songs. They're number one. And when I heard what these guys were writing, the material they had, and it was just, I got to get in there. So they've been so gracious to me, and so here we are.
It's kind of how you already said it, it's like the universe, it's just crazy. It works in mysterious ways, and it's so beautiful to hear the stories of how, these groups and these bands come together, and it seems like divine intervention or something, and
oh yeah.
Wayne Dyer said, don't die with your music still in you, still inside you. Yeah. So and rest in peace. We were huge Wayne Dyer fans. I think we were having a conversation out there earlier about him.
Probably with my mom.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's been super magical. It's felt like
stylistically too. He's put so much. To go on quotes here, I can't remember who said it, but I saw an interview not too long ago with a really, well-known drummer, or not well-known drummer, a well-known lead man, and he was talking about how a good drummer brings energy and forces everyone to play better. And Johnny's that kind of musician. When you play with him, he brings that energy. Not only, and the audience can tell too, usually, but he brings that energy to make you. He's made me a better musician in the year that I've known him, which is a really, really beautiful thing, So we're really, really lucky to have him.
Aww.
Yeah. Little family here.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, though, right? You want to surround yourself with people that empower you and make you want to be better and do better. So,
absolutely.
Let's not let the music die inside of us.
Oh man.
Yeah. Thank you, Radio Rant, so much for being here in Stone Cottage. And thank you to everyone who's watching and supporting this and our small little audience of people that we have here. We're really, really appreciative for you being here and supporting music. So, yeah, thank you so much. And I'll hand it over to you guys, and we'll get some music going.
All right. Sure.
This old guitar is just like me, full of dust and old memories. Might be a little broken and a little out of tune. If you give it some love, it just might write a song for you. This old guitar is just like me, full of sand and salt from the sea. Sometimes it sounds heartbroken, sometimes happy as a fool. Sometimes it sings a love song, sometimes it sings the blues. But that sound, that sweet old sound, it keeps the bottle life full and the demons at bay. It taught my heart how to love, how to give and not to take. Through the worst of the days, the darkest of nights, through the beautiful moments, the best times of my life, it was right there by my side. Right there by my side. This old guitar is just like me, from Tulsa to Yosemite. It's seen mountains and plains, it's seen those red desert rains, from Tomales Bay to that Nashville stage. This old guitar is just like me, singing songs that it probably shouldn't sing. It ain't no Taylor of mine, ain't no J45, and I sure as hell know well I ain't no dime. But that sound, that sweet old sound, it keeps the bottle life full and the demons at bay. It taught my heart how to love, how to give and not to take. Through the worst of the days, the darkest of nights, through the beautiful moments, the best times of my life, it was right there by my side. Right there by my side. This old guitar is just like me, full of dust and old memories. It might be a little broken and a little out of tune. If you give it some love, it just might write a song for you. 10 sleeps intensely. I drank good beer with the best old people that I'll ever meet. And down in good old Santa Fe, out in the moonlight, I saw 4 miles and miles when I turned off my headlights. And on 395 I saw the Milky Way through my passenger window. So I wrote it down to let that stream of stars flow by. And the Eagles were playing on the radio live in the fast lane. And I sure do love them, but hell, that ain't the way for me, no. Cause if you live fast, you'll die fast. Love fast and it won't last. So hold on to what you have, hold it against your bones. You gotta live hard and love hard. Don't be afraid if you fall apart. Won't you take this? Dance with me. It might be slow, but it'll set you free. Fast, you die fast. Love fast and it won't last. So hold on to what you have, hold it against your bones. Purple sage is calling, and there's wisdom in its light, and my heart is bound to nowhere. It only takes a little time. The devil's been at every crossing, holding up a silver plate. He only knows the easy ways. Take away halfway home. Halfway home. Thank you. Barefoot blonde and benzos, a beauty riding free and high. Pick me up in Santa Barbara and call me thumbing for a ride. I caught a freight out of LA one cool September day. So many years from Oklahoma, not much to show but so much to say. And I'm rolling down the mountain. It's gonna carry me home somewhere I don't know. Am I forever on this road, just like a midnight ghost? I saw an oil rig trucker slam his clutch out of Eden, east or nothing. The smoking spirits wear the windows down, little poetry for every town. My hands were dancing in the wind out in a universe of dark and diamonds. Roses ever last. And I'm rolling down the mountain. It's gonna carry me home somewhere I don't know. Am I forever on this road, just like a midnight ghost? Yeah. It's gonna carry me just like a midnight ghost. You gonna take it, John? Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for coming tonight. We really appreciate it.